kind words, Ambassador Zina, the chair of today's program, Dr. Ejaj, friends from the American Center, students, Garrett, I can see you in the back, Kazi, motivational speaker, our friend, and most importantly, the newly admitted students at Dhaka University. I am delighted to be here, and I congratulate you for getting accepted into the best university in Bangladesh. And as the previous speaker has said, Bangladesh means Dhaka University, and Dhaka University means Bangladesh. While that statement is true, but I also think the important question for you is how do you prepare yourself for your careers now that you got into Dhaka University? How should you spend the next 4 years of your life? And before I was coming here, I was thinking, what should I say? And that took me back about 12 years ago, when I was a first-year student at university. So when I first started university, I was 19, and I went away from home. And I still remember that the first week when I got accepted, when I went into my university, I ran for office in my student hall, and I lost the election. And my first year, I spent most of my time running for charity positions, joining social service clubs. Of course, when I was 19, I had no idea that I would be running a youth leadership center in Bangladesh. But I wanted to do something for others. I wanted to be engaged in the community, even abroad. And I participated in a lot of extracurricular activities. My subject was economics. And I can confidently say that what I have learned outside the classroom in those 4 years have made me what I am today. It was not the classroom lectures. Of course, your lectures are important, your grades are important, but what will define you, your career, are what you will be doing outside the classroom in the next 4 years. And the best part of your education will be the diversity, the diverse students you will meet outside the classroom. There are tons of societies, clubs in Dhaka University, and I would encourage you to participate in those and stay engaged, actively engaged in the campus life. While I was also reading this lovely brochure that Obik has put together, and I was going through your ambition in life. And many of you have written that you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to be a policymaker, and I want to say just a couple of words on that. Ambition is what you expect out of your life for yourself. Ambition is not a bad thing, it's an important thing, but ambition is centered around yourself. Aspiration is centered around others. I think many students, when you go to business schools, and many of you are going to be studying business, I think that is a problem we see sometimes in our business education. Business education talks mostly about ambition. How much money you make, how many cars you drive, how big is your apartment. So it's all about yourself. How far ahead are you getting in your life? I think it is also important for you to think about your aspirations, what you want to do for others. And for a successful, more importantly, a meaningful life, you need to find a balance between your ambition and your aspirations. Some of you here are BPLT graduates. I see you sitting in the back, and you may have heard me say this before, but I want to end by saying this. And I think fundamentally for all of us in this room, we often struggle with two questions. The first question is, if I don't stand up for myself, who will stand up for me? If I don't look after myself, who will look after me? If I don't get my job, make my life secure, who will provide this security for me? So I have to do well for myself. I have to think about myself. And the second question is, if my life is only about me, then what is the value of my life? You can make all the money you want, you can drive all the cars you want, but in the long run, not even in the long run, when you're 70, 80, you'll be dead. And what will remain when you're gone? I think having a sense of your mortality is a very humbling realization. Humility is an awareness that you have come to this world and you will live this world. And whatever you have in this world, including the nice suits that we all wear, it's just a temporary possession. Someone else will have it when you're gone. So whatever you have in this world will not stay with you. What will stay is what you live for others, what you do for others, for society. And I want you to start thinking about your own journey, that how will you make your life meaningful? How will you make your life count? And I hope you will use your education at Dhaka University to do well for yourself, but also to make a difference in the lives of others, people who are not as privileged as you are. And you have heard from the previous people, not everyone can get into Dhaka University. So this is a privilege, and with privilege comes responsibility. And you must also shoulder this responsibility. I wish you all the best in your journey ahead, and I'm sure you'll have a wonderful 4 years at Dhaka University. Thank you very much.